Hey guys, it's Carl. I'm out here in the Spring Woods today with Harper, checking on my trail cameras. At least once a week or so I like to get out here in the woods, give Harper a good run, and check all the footage on my trail cameras. And this week I'm also collecting a new trail camera to me. It was actually given to me to do a review on, and this is a Ceyomur trail camera, and I'm just gonna collect it now. I've got some footage from it already, and hopefully we've got some more now. I'm gonna take it back to the house. I'm gonna go through all the footage, show you some of the footage and the photos that it's taken, and go over some of the features of it. So back at the house, and I pulled the card and downloaded the footage, and I got some amazing stuff to add to the video I already had from before. So be sure you stick around for that. There's some great video coming up. But I just wanted to go over some of the features of this camera real quick. This is the Ceyomur CY50 trail camera, and it is a very inexpensive kind of entry-level trail camera. This is a great beginner camera, or if you're worried about it getting stolen or something, this is a good camera for that because they're not expensive, but they certainly do the job very well. It's a 20 megapixel camera with 1080p video, and lots of adjustments you can do to that. So you can set it to take just pictures, you can set it to take videos, you can adjust the definition of the video, so you can turn it down to even 720. So if you're going to leave it out in the woods for a long time and want it to shoot without filling up the card, you can set those things lower. You can set the length of time it shoots the video. Shoots night videos, got 36 infrared LEDs in it to shoot at night, and does some pretty good stuff at night too, as you'll see in the video. But yeah, just an all-around great camera. I really like this camera for what it costs. It's pretty good. So just the bottom opens up, so the top part's all well sealed. Everything's sealed up. It doesn't get, I haven't seen any condensation up in the LEDs like I have with some of my other cameras. Full 2-inch LED screen and pretty easy to use menu. It's very straightforward, very easy to do, go through all the settings and set the length of video, set the quality of photos, set the quality of video, the length of video, all that stuff can be set in the menu. Again, very easy. It works off 8 AA batteries, so AA batteries, and takes 8 of them, and they just pop out the bottom. Seems like a lot of batteries, but it really does last a long time. The camera comes with everything you need. I use the big tree strap so I can wrap it around trees and things like that. But it does come with a mounting plate and kind of a universal mount, so you can level it and keep it straight and level on whatever you mount it on. But yeah, you can screw this to a fence post or a tree stump or whatever you want to do and do that. It's got a really good field of view. The motion sensor is quite wide. It goes out on quite a good angle, so it catches things coming in pretty good. And a really good trigger speed. I've actually caught squirrels running across the tree in front of it, and you'll catch the squirrel in mid-stride, so it does trigger pretty quick. So overall, pretty happy with this camera. For what it costs, it's a great camera, and I'm just going to show you some of the footage that I got with this camera now, so you can judge for yourself if it'll work for you. So here are some of the videos I actually captured with the camera, and I tried to show you a broad spectrum of weather conditions, lighting conditions, and a bunch of different kinds of critters, and you can see this video is nice and crisp and clear. And of course, I have it set on the highest settings, so this is 1080p video, and I use the highest settings. You don't have to set it that high. Because I check my camera every week, I can have it on the highest settings and it doesn't fill up my card. But if you were going to leave it in the bush for a long period of time, you could set it lower to 720 or something, and then you could get more video on your card that way. But this just gives you a good idea of different light conditions and different critters, and you can see how nice it is. And I do have the PIR, the passive infrared sensitivity, set at medium, and for me, I want it on medium, because if you have it set too high, random objects can just set it off, like a stick falling in front of your camera or a leaf falling will trigger your camera, and you'll end up with a bunch of junk captures like that. So I do have it set on medium. I have the PIR interval set to 30 seconds. So like these deer, they tend to spend a lot of time in front of the camera. So instead of constantly triggering the camera and having the same object or the same deer in front of the camera the whole time, I have it set so it shuts off for 30 seconds between shots. So if a deer comes in, you capture your video, then it shuts down, and even if the thing's still moving around in front of the camera, it won't turn on again for another 30 seconds, and a lot of times it'll have passed by then. But yeah, just you can play around with the settings and see what works best for you. But those are, again, I use it on the high settings all the time just because I'm going to check it more frequently. So but yeah, there's a good snow shot there. Oh, so here's some low light. This is like a low morning or evening. I'm not sure which this is, but you can see a lower light shot. And again, pretty good image quality there. And then here's some nighttime stuff. Yeah, there's a coyote at night. And again, really good image quality. The infrareds don't seem to disturb the animals too much, and they stand in front of the camera still. And yeah, you got some good images there. Here's a raccoon that's actually climbing on the camera. So we're a little too close to get a good focus on him. But yeah, good quality. You didn't wreck the camera or anything. So here are some of the still photos I captured, and this camera really does a good job with still photos, almost better than the video. I do lean towards the photos on this one because they are really good. And You can see I tried to get you a good variety of weather conditions and lighting conditions and water conditions. There's a duck there, but yeah, you can see the photos are nice and sharp. A lot of these are actually action shots where these things are moving, like this coyote's jumping over the log there, and they're still nice and sharp even with the movement in the picture. And yeah, you can set it lower. Again, I have it set on the highest, like 20 megapixel, because I want the highest quality images. But again, if you're going to have it out in the woods for a long time, you can set this thing down as low as 3 megapixels, and you can get a lot of photos on your camera that way. But again, I like to look at the high quality images, so it's always set at 20 megapixels for me. But yeah, again, there's some action shots where they're jumping off the log and there's no blur and it all looks really good. Oh, here's some nighttime shots again with the infrared, and obviously the critters see it, but it doesn't seem to disturb them or scare them off. And again, we got some good night photos that way. And oh, and there's Harper. She had to show up for the video as well. So I hope you enjoyed seeing the footage of those critters and checking out this trail camera. There's a link down below in the description if you're interested at all in that camera. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope I'll see you outside.